In this video, we're going to be talking about 3 drills that you can do to train the ideal start of the downswing. So really here, all these drills are going to be extremely beneficial for your golf swing, but the last one on here, the third one, is one hitting a golf ball that you can do out on the golf course as well whilst you're playing to really make sure you're starting the downswing exactly how you want to for powerful and straight shots. So I'm Jonathan Chan with JChownGolf. Let's dive right into it. So when we're talking about having an ideal start to the downswing, what we mean by that is our downswing moving in a good sequence. So something a lot of golfers get wrong out there. So we want to be starting the downswing from the ground up. We want the lower body and mid-torso to start separating in their rotation and moving a little bit left, shifting the pressure into the lead side whilst it's separating and rotating. That's going to help you, one, get your club onto a nice path. So for you guys who struggle with a slice, upper body rotates too fast, all these drills are going to be perfect for you because it's going to allow the club to fall on a good path. And 2, if you struggle with a little bit of distance, you don't generate the power you think you should, all of these are going to be great for generating some more club head speed, because the better we start that downswing, we're generally going to be producing more force and more speed in the golf swing. So the first drill here, now this drill you can do in 3 different ways. Now some of the ways you need equipment to do with, but one of the way you don't need anything at all to do it with, and you'll be training a very good start to downswing. If you watch a lot of my videos, this is the one I show quite a bit. It's because it's my favorite, and this is without a golf ball. So this is called a dry drill. Now when we're practicing something without a golf ball, we're trying to get the ideal move or an exaggerated version. So that's called a dry drill. And this is exactly what this is. So this is the ideal way to do this, where I'll have a resistance band attached to an upright. Now what I do with this resistance band, I get in a makeshift top of the backswing position. Why I call it that is because I'm not completely rotated here, just because of how you have to position your body to the upright and the band. But you can see how I'm gripping it. So when I'm gripping the band that's attached to the upright, now I can't rotate my upper body to start the downswing. So for golfers who get out of sequence, that's because the upper body rotates first. We don't want to do that. That will result in slices, and that will also result in some really weak shots. So this will prevent that movement. So now what we can do, we can work on getting our pressure, shifting left. So you can see I've got my left heel up a little bit. I'm slamming my heel down, but at the same time, I'm separating my lower body and mid-torso. I'm rotating knees whilst keeping the rib cage and chest quite quiet. One, it forces the rib cage and chest to be quiet. So I can only slam that heel down, rotate lower body, mid-torso. Doing that a lot is going to train a really good start to the downswing. I do this a lot in my own golf swing. I give this a lot to my online students. Worked with me very nicely, works with every one of my students I give it to. Awesome, awesome drill. So that's one way to do it. If you don't have a resistance band, you don't have to worry. So this is where you go up to the upright again. Could be side of a door, for example, or just a wall. Just grab it with your left arm and now start to do the exact same thing. Rotate lower body, mid-torso, slam that heel down. Again, now that's going to train that good start to the downswing. Of course, we're holding on to something that you can't move, so you can't move your upper body. So it's going to train that good sequencing to get the club to move on path and powerfully. So the next way you can do that, so this is all one drill, it's all the exact same thing, just done in different ways. Don't need anything. See, I put my golf club down. You don't need a thing, so everyone can do this one. So get up to the top of your backswing in your turn. Get your left arm. Now pin that left arm across your shoulders or your chest here with your right. So you can see I'm pinning it back. This again, what is this doing? It's just quieting down my upper body's rotation. So now I'm forced to rotate lower body, mid-torso, slamming that heel down for a little bit of extra feeling of shifting pressure as I'm doing it. So again, that creates almost the exact same sensation. That really you'll feel some soreness in your obliques and your sides as you do that, but that's good. That's telling you those muscles are working that don't normally do that much work in your swing. So of course you can do a lot of that practice, and I'd recommend doing a lot of it to train your body to do it, and then you can go and hit a few golf balls afterwards, and you'll feel like straight away you start really separating nicely in transition, shifting that pressure. Good ones to do. So the next drill is with this, a towel. So a very long towel, and you can see I've duct taped it in 3 places to make it one kind of long towel pole kind of thing. So what we do with this trains again the ideal sequencing. So we grab our long tail that we've duct taped into a nice tube, we put it on our back, just like this. So ideally where it's kind of draping around the lead side of your back as well. We grip it like a golf club, so like this. You can see my arms are quite nice and bent. And then what I do, I rotate up to the top of my swing. Now I start my downswing and I perform my downswing, but I keep this on my back. So I keep this on my back and this comes off my back as I get round impact area. So you can see just like that. So again, I'll put this across my back. I want this to release away from my back as I'm getting through impact. Just like that. So what this does, by this staying on your back, this will prevent you from overactively rotating the upper body, because this will leave your back quite fast if you rotate the upper body too fast. See, straight away it starts to fall if I turn the upper body straight away, because my upper body is rotating too fast and it's going to fling that away way too quickly. So you could exaggerate this quite a bit. You could keep this on your back all the way to post impact if you really wanted to exaggerate it, and that would really get that lower body and mid torso working first and really get that feel there. So absolutely brilliant one. Nice simple one here for the second one. And of course, just like before, I'd recommend to do that at home because you'll look quite funny doing that on the driving range. You'll definitely get some quite funny comments or looks, but if you don't care about that, all power to you. So feel that exact same feel. You really feel it quite a bit when you're hitting it here afterwards. Same feel. Imagine that towel's on your back for as long as you can. That's going to be keeping your sequencing nice and under control. Oh, that feels good. That's a good one. That one really creates that nice speed going through the golf ball as well there. So you can do this at home. You can do it on the driving range if you're brave enough. It'll be a great one to add in there as well. Another dry drill to get the drill perfect. So drill number 3 here. This one is hitting a golf ball. So this you can do as a drill, but you can do it as just your golf swing on the golf course as well. So this is something that we see a lot of top players do in the world. So like we said, we could do it as a drill or on a golf course. And this is starting your downswing with your lower body and mid torso before you even complete your backswing. So we see a lot of the top players, just as they're about to complete the top of the backswing with their upper body, they will start to rotate and shift into their left side. They'll start to do this before the upper body's even completed that top of the backswing. You can imagine what that's going to do. It's going to get you in great sequencing, and it's going to help you increase your power and your speed even more. But let's say you're a golfer who really struggles with a poor start to the downswing. Upper body fires over too fast, it's just not nice. This will actually, even though you're feeling like you're doing it, really when you're in your backswing, starting that downswing with the lower body, you'll probably be doing it just on perfect, an exaggerated extreme feel. So how to do this nicely is, this is the drill element of it, but of course you can do it on the course. Lifting up that left heel as you're starting and getting into mid backswing, and as soon as you feel like you're just getting past mid backswing, slam that left heel back down onto the ground. So really slam it down as you're getting that last little movement up. That's going to start the whole sequencing off in that downswing. Because if you're doing that, your lower body is already going in that direction to start the downswing, and it's shifting and it's turning. So let's slam that heel down before I even complete the top of my backswing. Think of a John Rahm, for example. Does this move just like this. So the good thing when you do this, you feel way more power. It's really quite a cool feeling. You'll straight away feel more force just from slamming that heel down, which gets more force into the ground. Then it will spike back out the ground again. You might feel a little vertical move coming through the golf ball without even trying. It's just because you're placing that force down quite early. And also, like we know, the whole sequencing, lower body, mid torso is going to go first. Your club's going to be going on a good path. It'll be quite hard for a lot of golfers to really swing over the top. If they're doing it, if you still swing over the top doing this, there's other reasons why you're doing it. So let's slam that heel down before we complete that backswing. Just an awesome one to do. Go out on the golf course and play with that as well. You're going to see some really good benefits when you commit to it nicely. So there's 3 drills you can do to train the perfect start to the downswing. So each one of those drills are absolutely awesome. I love the first one and I really like the third one, but I like the second one as well. So if I was to, let's say this was my problem, I'll do all three of them, just structure them in a little practice routine. So you can imagine what I'll do when I'm playing. You can imagine what I'll do when let's say in my practice in between shots. You can see what I'll do at home. I'll do the second one, of course. So get practicing these and you're definitely going to have a much better style of the downswing. So if you found this video helpful, of course, click the like button. If you want more golf instruction just like this, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell button too to be notified every time I put out a video. So 3 drills, start your downswing better.